Every year, college football is filled with hype around the same names: Heisman contenders, top recruits, and media darlings. But here's the truth. Some of the best future NFL players are hiding in plain sight. They're not always on primetime, and their jerseys don't always sell out in stores. But if you look closely, these athletes have the skills, size, and mentality to shine on Sundays. Today, we're counting down the top 10 college athletes with NFL-level talent that almost nobody is talking about yet. Number 10, Frank Gore Jr., running back, Southern Miss. Yes, you recognize the last name. Frank Gore Sr. played 16 seasons in the NFL and finished third all-time in rushing yards. His son, Frank Gore Jr., is carving his own path quietly at Southern Miss. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches and 195 pounds, he's not the biggest back, but what he lacks in size he makes up for with vision and balance. He already has multiple 1,000-yard seasons despite defenses keying on him every game. Scouts love his patience. He waits for holes to open and then explodes through them, much like his father. He's rarely talked about because he's not in the SEC or Big Ten spotlight, but his NFL bloodline and consistency make him a serious draft sleeper. Number 9, Torrey Horton, wide receiver, Colorado State. While everyone in Colorado is watching Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter at CU, just a short drive away at Colorado State, Torrey Horton has been quietly torching defenses. Last season, he racked up over 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns, even while facing constant double teams. At 6 feet 2 inches with elite body control, Horton thrives in contested catch situations. He's the type of receiver who doesn't need separation to win. Just throw it near him and he'll bring it down. Scouts say his ball tracking is already NFL quality. He doesn't get the same media love as Hunter, but Horton could easily be a day 2 draft steal that surprises people in the pros. Number 8, Jalon Daniels, quarterback, Kansas. Kansas football has been a punchline for decades, but Jalon Daniels is changing the story. He's only 6 feet 0 inches, but his dual threat ability is electrifying. Last season, he led Kansas to one of their best starts in years before injuries slowed him down. What stands out most is his poise. He doesn't panic under pressure, and he delivers strikes even when the pocket collapses. NFL scouts see shades of Jalen Hurts in his game, a tough, intelligent leader who can throw and run at a high level. Because Kansas isn't a football powerhouse, Daniels doesn't get the weekly spotlight. But don't be surprised if he climbs draft boards fast. Number 7, Cedric Gray, linebacker, North Carolina. North Carolina isn't just a basketball school anymore. Cedric Gray has been one of the most productive linebackers in the country, yet somehow, he's not a household name. Last season, he posted over 120 tackles, with multiple sacks and interceptions. At 6 feet 3 inches and 235 pounds, he's got the frame NFL teams drool over. What separates him is his football IQ. He reads plays before they develop, often arriving at the ball carrier untouched. He's also versatile enough to drop into coverage against tight ends and backs. With NFL defenses craving linebackers who can stay on the field all 3 downs, Gray is exactly that guy, even if few outside ACC fans know his name. Number 6, Blake Corum, running back, Michigan. Michigan gets plenty of national attention, but oddly, Blake Corum doesn't get the hype he deserves compared to other Heisman candidates. He's been the engine of Michigan's offense, rushing for nearly 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns in 2022 before an injury slowed him. Corum is compact at 5 feet 8 inches and 213 pounds, with tree trunk legs that make him almost impossible to tackle one-on-one. Scouts love his burst and his ability to break tackles with sheer lower body strength. Because Michigan runs a balanced offense, his workload sometimes hides his greatness, but NFL scouts already see him as a future starting back in the league. Number 5, JT Tuimoloau, defensive end, Ohio State. At Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. gets all the headlines, but on the other side of the ball, JT Twimalo is a monster who doesn't get nearly enough recognition. In one game against Penn State last season, he forced 2 interceptions, recovered a fumble, had a strip sack, and scored a touchdown. That kind of game-breaking performance is rare, even for elite defenders. At 6 feet 4 inches and 270 pounds, he has the size, strength, and quickness to dominate at the NFL level. The scary part? He's still refining his technique. He may not be as talked about now, but NFL front offices are paying close attention. Number 4. Jaheim Bell, tight end, Florida State. The tight end position is evolving, and Jaheim Bell is a perfect example of the new wave. At 6 feet 3 inches and 230 pounds, he's not a traditional blocking tight end. He's a mismatch weapon. Florida State uses him everywhere, lined up wide, in the slot, even in the backfield. Last year at South Carolina, he showed flashes of being unstoppable with the ball in his hands, averaging over 15 yards per catch. He's a nightmare for linebackers to cover and too strong for defensive backs to bring down easily. While big names like Brock Bowers dominate the spotlight, Bell is quietly showing he could be a unique chess piece at the next level. Number 3. Malachi Starks, safety, Georgia. Georgia has sent defensive studs to the NFL every year, and Malachi Starks is the next in line. But oddly, he doesn't get the same hype as past Bulldogs like Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis. As a freshman, Starks became a starter on one of the best defenses in college football and made plays all over the field. At 6 feet 1 inch and blazing fast, he can cover ground in a hurry, whether it's closing on a deep ball or flying into the box for a tackle. NFL scouts love safeties who can erase mistakes, and that's exactly what Starks does. He may not be a headline name now, but he's on track to be one of the first safeties drafted when he declares. Number 2, Michael Penix Jr., quarterback, Washington. When people talk about quarterbacks, Caleb Williams and Drake May get all the love. But Michael Penix Jr. might be the most underrated of the bunch. After transferring from Indiana to Washington, he completely revived his career. In 2022, he threw for over 4,600 yards and 31 touchdowns, leading Washington to an 11-win season. His deep ball is one of the prettiest in college football, and he has the confidence to make throws most quarterbacks wouldn't dare. Injuries earlier in his career held him back, but now healthy, Penix is proving he belongs in the conversation with the nation's best. Don't be surprised if he sneaks into the first round of the draft. Number 1, Quinshon Judkins, running back, Ole Miss. At the top of our list is a running back who could be a future NFL star, even though he's still flying under the radar, Quinshon Judkins. As a true freshman at Ole Miss, Judkins rushed for over 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns. Let me repeat that, a freshman. At 5 feet 11 inches and 210 pounds, he already runs with the power and vision of a veteran. He has incredible patience, waiting for blocks to develop, and then explodes through the line with NFL-caliber burst. The SEC is no joke, and he dominated against elite defenses. The scary part? He's only getting better. If you're looking for the next breakout running back who could take over Sundays, remember the name Quinshon Judkins. So there you have it, the hidden gems of college football who have NFL written all over them, even if the headlines haven't caught up yet. These are the players you'll hear about in a year or two when everyone else suddenly discovers them. But now, you're ahead of the curve. If you love getting the inside scoop on future stars before the rest of the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more countdowns, deep dives, and hidden stories from the sports world coming your way. Don't miss out. Subscribe now, and let's stay ahead together.